All right, I got a coaching tip for you today, and it's something interesting I heard. It's part of a course that I'm taking for myself, and it just puts selling into a different mindset or perspective. So what I mean by that is, so when we're talking about products or the business, we're talking to people and we're talking about benefits and features of the products and how they can help somebody. But what if you flip it around and you find out what is going on with that person that they need to buy their way out of, I guess you would say. And what I mean by that is, so somebody has a shortage of cash by the end of every month, and they have bouncing checks and fees and callers trying to get them to collect money and all this other stuff. So a person that might be looking at the business would be looking to buy their way out of that harassment and watching the checks bounce and getting the notices and all that pain that goes with that, if that makes sense, versus us saying to them, hey, join this business, you can pay off your bills and you can do this and you can do that, blah, blah, blah. When you talk to somebody, you dig in when you do your questioning and find out what's going on. And you can ask people, well, how long has that been happening? And how much has this cost you since this started? 6 months of, $200 of bounce check fees, that's like a lot of money. You're spending over $1,000 in bounce check fees. So how long, what are you going to do to get out of that? You can really get into, and show them the way to buy out of that. The other thing would be, say, example, even for products, people are looking for, how do I say, they're getting out of, they might be spending a lot of time running around and going to Whole Foods and then Trader Joe's and then Target and ordering stuff all over the place, or they're spending a ton of time making stuff themselves, which I give people credit that do that. But if they're spending, I make a lot of my own stuff even when it comes to food, and I lose so many hours a week doing that, which is fine because I choose to do that. But if I had to make laundry soap and cleaners and all that stuff, some people say, well, I make all my own stuff and this and that. I said, well, really? Well, how much does that cost you? In time, how much are you spending on that? Well, I'm spending about 3 hours a week. Really? So you're spending 12 hours a month doing that? That's a lot of time. You could go that route. You could help them figure that out, or you could say, how much time are you spending driving around getting all of your ingredients and going, purchasing this product from this place, and you can't find it, you got to go over there to get the other one, and then you got to order some from Amazon, and then what about if you could get it all from one place? How much is that costing you doing all that? I know when I order stuff online and I got to find all other things, that I'm using even for food, I spend a lot of time going to different stores. I wish I could buy it all from one place. It just is not possible, but I could do that with my home care stuff. I never have to go to the store for that. So I don't know if that makes sense. You're trying to help people figure out what they're trying to buy out of. What's the situation they're in right now and how are they going to get out? And you help them realize what their pain is, and what they're trying to buy out of, and they're, what's creating this issue, and how can you assist them with moving through that. It's really it's the same thing that we teach, it's the same thing that Tom Challen teaches. I'm just giving it to you in a little bit different perspective, because you're doing your opening conversation, you're finding out how it's going with all that, but then you're finding out a little bit more about what's making them even look at Young Living as a business, what's making them look at Young Living as a product, and then digging in and then just saying, well, how much is that costing you, or how long have you been trying to figure this out, or what does this mean for your family if this never changes, and then you bring that forward. That's the pain that they're trying to buy their way out of by joining with what we do. Anyways, I don't know if that makes more sense or not. I'm going to go into this more tomorrow on the Power Half Hour with Jen Ashby, which is, for those of you watching it not on the day I recorded, it's September 6th will be Power Half Hour. So for Diamond Factory members, system members, make sure you go into the back office and go under Train, and then the live tab, and then the registration is there. But we'll go more into this, but I hope this helps you, because this is, we're always trying to you know, we're always projecting forward what we think people want. We need to let them basically buy their way right out of their situation with what we're doing. And I'll go into it more tomorrow. That'll be part of my personal topic. But anyways, I hope this is a good tip for you today. And if you have any ideas or any of the things that you bought your way out of, or any of your new prospects, you can comment below, and then we can you know, expound upon that, because I know it's a little bit different concept, but I'm still wrapping my head around it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. All right guys, we'll see you later.